All right, this week I'm talking about how you can stabilize your business. Now, I have this online community. It's called Expert by Monday. The link is down below. You can go and join. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But this video is about how do you stabilize your business. So when you start a business, you're going to notice that there's going to be some volatility in the number of customers that you get, whether that be seasonal, whether that be because you have limited drops and you're only doing it a few times a year. But the goal of most entrepreneurs is to create a solid stream of incoming business so they can do things like build their business bigger, hire staff, do some R&D, all of the things that we are excited about doing on our business. But it all is really dependent on the lifeblood of the business, which is cash flow. And cash flow comes from consistent customers. So there are only three things that are going to affect your consistency and the stability of your business. So the three are that old adage, location, location, location. So that's your incoming lead funnel. The second is selling to the same customer over and over and over again. So that's your repeat customers. And the third is referrals. Are the customers that you're selling to telling their friends and families about your product so that they become customers as well? So the goal, the ultimate goal of what all businesses are shooting for is all three: great location, returning customers, and referrals. If we take an example of a company that everybody knows about, Apple does this really, really well. They have great locations. So they have put big, huge Apple stores in all the major cities. They have they have recurring customers. I don't know about you, but I end up buying a lot of iPhones. I have iPhones, I have iPads, so I'm continually buying new stuff from them. And I'm even still sometimes buying the stuff that I've already bought from them because their product is so good. And then the third thing is I'm recommending it to other people to go and buy it because it makes my life so easy. So as far as like, if you want to model after a company that has done it really well, you want to model your company so that you can do all three. All right, so the first one, location. There's not a lot you can do about this one if you don't already have a great location. However, if you're on the online space, which is what we specialize in, the way you get a good location on the internet is by having great SEO. So great SEO means that other websites have linked to you and you are showing up in searches and people are organically finding you. The benefit to good SEO is that you can invest up front and then reap the benefits for a long period of time. There's a lot of changes going on in SEO right now, but there has never been a better time to get into it than right now, because you want to make sure that you're still capturing that long-term value of the content that you're putting up. All right, so that's the location. The second thing is the recurring revenue from existing customers. Now, there's a lot of, companies out there that are doing subscriptions and, memberships and stuff like that. And it feels like it's a new invention, but it's actually been around for a long time. One of the examples that I like to use is if you think of the vehicle that you drive, you have a subscription to the gas company or to the electrical grid. You have to continually pay to put stuff into the car so that you can continue to use it. So the added value that they are giving is the ability to continue to use the thing that you're using because you have a consumable there. And so you are a repeat customer to a specific brand. So for example, here in Canada, we have a gas station called Petro-Canada, and I prefer Petro-Canada. I don't know why I prefer Petro-Canada. It might have been because when I was growing up, there was one in my hometown, but I seem to want to seek out that one instead of going to a Shell or going to a Chevron. In my older ages, I'm a little bit more price sensitive, so now I don't really care as much, but there was definitely a period where I would actually go out of my way to find a Petro-Canada to fill up my car. It's the same fuel, but I was just brand loyal. And that's what happens when you have a really strong brand, is people will seek out to get your stuff. McDonald's, another really good example of a strong brand. People know that they get the consistency, the right product when they go there. All right, so that is recurring revenue. And then the referral piece, the way you get referrals is you do a really good job. It's that simple. If you do a good job and you provide more value than what you are charging to the customer to implement it, they are going to refer you to their friends and their family, and then those family members are going to come use your business, and then in turn they will continue to recommend you. And that's how you grow exponentially. So, my challenge to you is to go look at your business, look at what you're doing, and decide which one of these three techniques is the easiest lift immediately. So, do you already have a really good location and you should be investing your time and energy into making sure that your conversion rate is the highest it possibly can be there? Or do you have a product that has a consumable? Is it something that can be used over and over and over again and requires people to continually purchase it? Well, then let's optimize that flow in order to make sure that you're building that asset and that equity on those items. Or are you doing a really good job and you just have to ask people to send you referrals? So if you're doing a really good job, people are loving what you're doing, then you should set up a referral type program. Now, referrals are going to come from reviews that people will leave. You could actually install a referral payment program, like an affiliate program or something like that. Ultimately, people are going to recommend your product, not for the money, but for the job that you do. So doing a good job is what is going to bring in those customers. My challenge to you is have a look at your business, then decide which one of those three paths is the easiest for you to accomplish first. Once you have accomplished that, then we're going to move on to the next path. And if you look at a company that has done this really, really well, Apple is a good example of that company. They have great locations, they have a great product, and they make it so that you can easily invite a friend over to use that product. And that's why they're the biggest company in the world, is because they have aligned all of these things to work together. All right, I know I mentioned that I was going to talk a little bit about my online community at the end of this video. So Expert by Monday is a community where we talk about being a digital nomad, as last week's video when I talked about my travel kit, and we talk about running online businesses and businesses in general. So if you like those types of conversations, if you have questions that you want to ask me, that's where I hang out. You can leave comments there. If you have negative comments to this video, leave them on the YouTube side of things. Positive comments, go over into the community. That's it for me this week. Thank you very much, and we will catch you guys next week.